Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Before we go to the live screen, let me know if you all can hear me. I did some modifying on my microphone settings. No, you're not late. I just a little behind. Loud and clear, awesome. I found some settings on my mic, and hello, happy Friday. Sorry, the wife brought home dinner from Subway, and it's just not. I don't feel well right now. I mean, I feel well enough to play farm sim, of course, but it's just not agreeing with me. Anyway, enough of that. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody had a good TGIF, I hope, and all that good stuff. It's good to see everybody in here tonight. See, we have Mr. Jake who's in here first thing. Howdy, again, Jake. And Fury was in here, or is in here. I know about getting all my bearings together. Let's see. Alright. And BC Paladin, welcome in. Sorry guys, I will catch up here in a minute. And Chad, hello Chad. Hello everybody. Hello Ryan and Ninja Farmer. How are you all doing tonight? I hope everybody is well. So, we're on the Holler map. It is a PC only map. I found this. It's been out for a while. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I probably should know who made the map. Hang on 1 second. I know latency and the horn textures. It is from Solo Sam, that is originally part of the JS mapping team, who brought Flint Hills to FS19. So there's a little bit of background to the map, but I was gonna go one way with the map, and then that map didn't turn out. So I remembered the Holler, and it has a little spot right here that reminded me a lot of our old family farm. So we have the highway that runs in front of the farm runs quite a ways into the next town, and then to a major interstate, which, I mean, that's not on here, but we can pretend it does. But anyway, that being said, let's let's take a tour of the old family farm that I kind of grew up, not really on, but around. And the equipment that you see also is either equipment we had on the farm, or it's really, really close. The truck, I know this is a lizard, but my dad has a truck identical to this. Well, his has a lot more rust on it. Is this map on ModHub? No, it's not. I found it on, I think Hins Mods has it. It's a PC only map. But yeah, that's where I found it. It was Hins Mods. But my dad has an old, and I'm sure I'm going to get corrected by him next time I see him. I think Dad has an old 78 Ford. Blue, white rims. I grew up, I was a farmhand for, had a 986 and a 1486. And I mowed a lot of hay, and I believe the 14. The 9 was a little underpowered to run the... We didn't have a Vermeer, we had a New Holland disc bind. Same concept. But yeah, I spent many a summer in a tractor identical to this, mowing hay. We'll take a little equipment tour, and then we'll do like a little flyover. I could not find a tractor, but on the farm we had an older Ford 7600 that had a front end loader on it that we moved bales with. It had a button on it. I raked and tedded hay with it. That was one tractor I raked hay with. And then the guy that I was a farmhand for had a rake similar to this. Other than the rake wheels were yellow, not black. These wheels here were yellow. But pretty close. You know, him and Farm Sim, I mean, you're kind of limited on stuff. And then down here is an almost exact match. I know it's a 7810. My dad's tractor was a Ford 7700. But, looks almost identical to it. I mean, didn't have white fenders, the fenders were blue. And then I also operated that tractor with a New Holland baler behind it. So that equipment is almost spot on. Let's do a little fly real quick. But I was kind of, I was kind of glad that I stumbled on this map and I found this little section that kind of reminded me. I still live in the same town, and I'm not very far from the old farm that we had sold to a family from Illinois. And they come over and they bought the farm, and they have it now, but it's just, it looks pretty well the same. There's a different house on it now, but the main highway that I was talking about, there is, we have a long gravel driveway, and there is a field to the left that was a hayfield, not quite that big, maybe. And there used to be an older red barn that kind of looks like that barn. Like, it was like right in this area. But it's been gone for years. We used to have cattle. Not this many, but we had cattle out here. So this is the kind of resemble that feel. Sorry if I'm not saying hi to anybody in chat. I apologize. But I think Hut Ninja and Fury and Ryan that come in. So we had cows out front. This is still a grass pasture now. When I was younger, we had a grain bin, not that big, a smaller one that was more so used for dry storage. It had a door on it that they have like seed bags and stuff in. Not really to put grain in it like we're going to use here, but there is a machine shed similar to this, but it has a door on this end of the building. I could not find a shed that had a door on this end, and not necessarily that end, as there is a door on this end. Thank you, Fury. As I'm rambling on about the farm. Just normal, like I said, it's gonna be pretty standard. I am running precision farming, so I have this sprayer. This is actually a Mark Thor edit for precision farming. We had a John Deere planer. Didn't have a. I don't think we had a drill. That him. The guy that I was a farmhand for, my dad and my uncle had a training work for equipment. That guy had, that gentleman had a combine and a no-till drill and some other equipment that my dad and my uncle did not have. If you come through the yard and you go back here, it goes back to a gravel road, and this is still, there's a little bit more pasture, and then there's a field. Well, this is supposed to kind of depict the field behind that. And then we do have a shed here. We put hay and stuff in it. So that's what's going here, and then there's a feed lot next to it that we would fatten out the cows next to that shed, so that kind of depicts that. And then this shed over here is supposed to mimic. There was a Morton. Well, is there still? I think there still is. A Morton building that sits in this location that's was used for a chicken house, and for many years, I remember going in the basement of the farmhouse and sorting eggs on a scale. But that's supposed to kind of resemble the chicken house, and we'll get chickens in that chicken pen, and I'm gonna open up the one door to where it looks like the chickens go in and out of the barn, whatever. But, and then we have the house. It's not an exact, but it's close enough for farm sim. And there's a garage, and there's always been, or always was, a garden behind the garage. So that in itself is in a nutshell, is the family farm that we used to have. Over here we own this field, but I added some more, equipment. We didn't have gravity, float, lighting. My dad used to pull with his pickup. So I added that. I like John Deere. So I wanted to put a John Deere on. The guy that, was a farmhand for, I couldn't find one I liked, so I just put this in the color scheme of it. He had a old Chevy C70 grain truck that was blue cab and red bed, so this is supposed to kind of resemble that. And then I couldn't find the old International combine that he had, so I wanted to try out this old New Holland. I've had them downloaded for quite a while, but haven't really used them that much. A little fast there. But that's it. Hey, Dirt Farmer, how are you? So that's kind of it in a nutshell of my representation of the family farm. So after all of that, how about we do some farming? You're still on the loading screen. Oh my goodness, Fury. Oh, Fury. I'm doing good. Hey, Spuds, how you doing? Thank you, sir. I hope you do good on darts. Win some money. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Let's see. Why is YouTube so far behind? I'm not even over by... Nope, second place? Well, that's not too bad then. Wow. YouTube's like really behind. Okay, anyway, let's get after it. We got some hay to bale up. I want to bale up the outside rows, and then we'll hire a worker. Well, we might have to move a couple of the bales. But, we need to slow that down. Way down. Or how about off? We'll finish baling the outside rows. And then we might have to move a couple bales. We'll send a worker on the right. So, I had for PC, there is a round baler extension mod. Let me know if anything's too loud. Oh, that's what we're all about, DJ. We're all about supporting one another, man. It's what we do. But anyway, I had the round baler extension mod where if you have even a manual or cruise control, that seems a little loud. The tractor will slow down and unload the bale. Well, I had it in the game and it was lagging the game very bad. So I took it out. I wanted to try it, give it a shot, but it did not. It and my PC did not get along too well, so we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. And this is going to be more of a realistic series. I'm gonna, go as fast as the equipment goes. I don't have the real speed limit mod. I have it installed, but I don't have it on, per se. Get some of this cleaned up. I have precision farming on. So those of you that use precision farming, I might enlist your help, because I've used precision farming in the past, but that was back on 19, and I have not used it at all on 22. So might need a little bit of help with that. See if I need to catch up. Like I said, I'm sorry if I missed anybody in chat. Hello to everybody that is in here now. I'm glad you're here. Again, I hope you had a great Friday. Hope you're still having a great Friday night. Thank you for joining me back home, or going back home, if you will. But this is going to be just kind of a slower. I mean, not that the French Plane was a fast series, but kind of a slower paced series, maybe, and then you'll have to stay tuned tomorrow. Ooh, a little fast, a little hot. Tomorrow morning, not really sure what time. I will be on live again. We're going to be on the map. Some of you already know it, some of you don't. But, I'm on live on the map that's gonna replace the French Plane for the time being. Let's start something new. A little bit different scenery, but so I'll have to stay tuned tomorrow morning and see what we have in store. Have a little playthrough on the map and maybe see how things work, and I'm playing on the map a little bit. I don't really know. I'm still kind of trying to decide where I'm going to have my farm at, because there's several good spots. I'm trying to make my decision. So I might enlist the help from you guys on that too. We will see. Well, I did not do a good job on that one, did I? I know this is not realistic, but we're just getting it. No, wrong way. Out of the way. Why am I not moving? Thank you. Alright. Thank you, Jake and Dirt and Chad, for putting up everybody's links. I appreciate that. Yeah, French Plains is a nice map. Yes, it is. I've enjoyed that map a lot. But I want to, I don't know, show some love on some other maps, you know? We can always come back to the French Plain time to time. I don't know. The map that we're going to, I don't know how to. I don't want to say it was calling me, but I don't know. I was ready for something different, a new year, something different. Sometimes well, you'll find out the more I stream that my play style, I get on a map and then I get kind of in a, okay, I'm done with this and want to move on to something else so I don't get burnt out on it. I don't know if anybody else is like that. How is this working? Okay, on this. Let's. Alright. I'm gonna get this guy out of the way for a minute. This one, oh, it's really nice. Oh, and something I failed to mention too. We might hop over there for a minute. On kind of see it. Hang on. Let's I failed to mention on this side of the farm in the tree line. We'll just off flight mode, we won't speed up nothing. But on the other side of the tree line, or within that tree line, back in the day was a railroad track. So it ran on this side of the farm and went that way. Well, just the way everything played out, I know this is a sell point, but on the other side of the train track is an elevator. I think it's the only elevator probably within a 40-mile radius, maybe a little bit more. So I set this up as an elevator. I mean, it's already on the map as a sell point, but I put in a buy point for fertilizer, and that's Amy Joy's field work fill station, by the way. And I set up some fertilizer buttons to make it, look like an elevator, and this is what we're going to use to spread fertilizer and lime with. But just how to make it feel more lived in, used. there's a guy that lives in my town that had an old turret hanger. Did not have the booms on it. Had the dry box on it, but did not have booms on it. So we might kind of role play maybe a little bit and have the elevator come spread lime or something to that effect. But I wanted to use this guy too, so. Well, I mean, all the buildings were already here. I put the Quonset hut in, and everything else was here, and I just put the little fertilizer buttons to make it look more realistic, I guess. But, yeah, that's the elevator that's on that side. I have an uncle that just retired from there, probably within the last 3 years, maybe. He lived like, what did he live, like 3 or 4 blocks away from the elevator, so he walked to work every day. I don't really know what's going on down here, but apparently the worker is a moron. Oh, that's not how this is supposed to happen. That's not how any of this is supposed to happen. This is why Bitcoin does not play realism, because the workers don't play well with realism. And I don't know why he wound up all the way down there when his... Oh my goodness. Well, looks like we are right in hay because the worker can handle it. Shocker. Thank you, Fury. Thanks, Dirt. And I eventually want to expand. It's not going to be in the same location, but my uncle was a pig farmer, like Chad. My uncle had, what did he have? 4? I think he had 4 hog confinements. I want to say 2 were Farrelling houses, and 2 were finishing houses, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I worked out there. I would, in high school, I showed hogs in the fair. So that was my... He would donate the hogs, but we would have to go and work them off. So I worked out on his hog farm to pay off my pigs that went out. And then the guy I worked for out on what we call the prairie was a big white barn, which I know I use it a lot in my maps, but that's what I'm going to use, that Elk Mountain modding cow barn. That's going to kind of resemble that, but that's down the road. That's the plans that I have so far. No expansion wise, but we're starting off. We own all the equipment. And we're starting off with 100,000, so we're gonna go from there and see what kind of money we can make. I don't plan on selling any of the hay right now. We need the hay to feed the cows. Because all we have right now is Angus and Limousine. Because we didn't have any well, not that since I've been around, we didn't have any, but I think back in the day they had a few milking cows, but not while I was around. I don't remember having any milking cows. And I have the animal raising mod on, but I don't know if it's really working yet. Now, I'm going to have to check out that video. I have not had a chance to... I was busy setting stuff up for tonight and talking things over with somebody about the map that I'm going to start on. And as I wanted to get the equipment right for that area. So, spent some time on Discord chat and to get information that I needed to, because I want to respect the area too, you know? Adding some cool mods. Oh, to Valley Springs? That's awesome. I will definitely have to check that out. But after gathering information for the map we're going to, and then a co-worker of mine that's been supporting me through the whole FS and live stream journey. He was on Twitch streaming today, and I went over there and supported him. He's not really into farm sim, but he's into... He does baseball and Call of Duty and that kind of stuff, so I went over and watched him for a while, and yeah, it's kind of fun today. I really wish the worker would have... I wonder if maybe if I would have made another... like a third outside headland, if you will. If the worker would have been alright. Yeah, I don't remember what... the guy that I worked for, I don't remember what brand it was, and it didn't have the 4 tires, I don't think. It only had 2. And funny story, we'll just hop off and look at him. Funny story, when he got it, and the first day that we used it, I'm going down the field, and we were baling, hitting alfalfa already. Because at that time he was out in the alfalfa, and square bailing it for horse people. And so I'm going down to make the windrow, and it's just not, it's not working right. Couldn't get the speed quite right, we're going faster, we're going slower. It's just not, it's not fluffing the hay up like it should have been. Well, come to find out, the local, semi-local implement dealer, when they got it, they put the right wheels on the wrong sides. So where these little fingers are going up and out like this, they were actually going the opposite way, if it makes sense. So it was putting the hay in a windrow, but it was not. Well, there you go, tines. That's what I was looking for. Yes. It wasn't fluffing the hay up. It was putting it in the windrow, but it looked horrible. So I remember that, the guy I worked for. Oh my gosh, he was so aggravated that he had to. When it just got it, they said, well, you can do it yourself, or you can bring it back and we can have it changed out in a couple hours. Well, he ended up pulling it all the way back in, the next town away, 10 minutes away. But, you figure you got, say, 10 minutes drive time, 10 minutes back, and then 2 hours. So you got almost 2.5 hours of downtime that we could have been raking hay. But I remember that they put the raking wheels on backwards. Yeah, I remember that. That was not a fun day, that's for sure. Oh yeah, it is. It's very slow. Very slow process. I mean, kind of the way I'm doing this right here. I could have gotten the biggest rate and had half as many windrows, but I mean, what's the fun in that? Nope, you're good. I totally understand about the dog time. I bet. Oh, yeah, when the wind blows, yep, I bet. Well, see, that's the problem, I think, too, that we had with it was, like, around those wheels, around the rake wheels, the hay was, like, coming up over top of them and hitting into the wheel. So that's what, because it's a ground, there's no PTO that drives those wheels. It's a ground-driven rake wheel. And it was not doing the job at all. Oh, welcome back, DJ. Welcome back in, buddy. Glad you made it home safe. We might have to... I'm not really concerned with the bale on the outside. We might be alright. We'll come back down, we might have to push that bale to the outside. Oh, Jake's lurking. Jake must have some work to do. I don't know if any of you caught Jake and I stream earlier this morning, but we had a good time after the whole audio hoopla. Holy cow. I mean, fun fact, if you guys didn't know this already, Farm Sim multiplayer is full of issues. If you didn't know that already. Let's push this out of the way. Oh, did you see it, Dirt? No, you were in there, weren't you? Yeah. So DJ. Alright, so we're almost done. We'll get this build up and then we'll start harvesting. We might move a couple of these bales over the old-fashioned way. I mean, that's the way we used to do it. We used to move bales 2 at a time. The truck that I have is my dad's truck in the game. It's got a gooseneck bolt in it. My dad's truck does not. So I don't know. We may. Cause that's how we moved a lot of the bales too, was on gooseneck flatbed. So we may end up buying a flatbed. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, absolutely, Dirt. It's always, and it made no sense, because when Jake and I first started, we did what we were supposed to do. We got in early and made sure everything worked, and we wanted to go through Discord chat. Both of us had multiple times where we would go into the voice chat setting in the game and turn it to off, and it would crash our game. Like our game would just go like gone, bye. No warning, no nothing. I don't understand what that was about. Like you know to just turn voice activity to off and the game would crash. So we decided, well, we're going to go to the in-game voice chat. Well, that kind of worked for a little bit. And then we ended up getting out of it, an hour into it, out of it. Started up Discord chat again, go back into the game, shut the voice activity off, and it worked perfectly fine. So I don't know. It makes no sense. That's why I told Kate. It's like work. The only consistent thing at work is the inconsistency of everything. It sounds bad, but it's true. And then the tightness springs up on the plow a little bit. Yeah, once we got that second hour, we didn't have any problems. I don't know. And that was even on a dedicated server, too. So who knows? I don't think any of us know, ever. Oh, Fury. Picking on dirt. Oh. That's off a little quick. And that's gonna be fun to clean up. Alright. Alright, you too, DJ. Thank you for stopping in. I'm glad you got your son to have your son home for Christmas. That's awesome, buddy. Good for you. Yeah, have a safe trip to the airport tomorrow, and we'll catch you tomorrow sometime, maybe. Right, Graham? It's going good. It's going good. How are you, my friend? But Fury, what you said about the whole, the skid loader. We use a skid loader to move bales. I move some bales with the tractor that this is supposed to represent, and then, I move bales with, what was it? An old International Farmall 1066 open cab tractor. It was a beast. One bale on the back and one bale on the front, going from, middle of the field, we go to each end of the field and get them somewhat wrinkled up, and then come in with the gooseneck flatbed and start loading them up and hauling them out. Oh, nice. Doing some Lego building. What kind of Legos are you building? Like, is it like Star Wars? Is it, are you building some kind of car? Are you building a tractor? Alright. So this guy folded up. That's a little bit of a niche. Speed champions. Okay, I gotcha. I'm eventually gonna buy me the John Deere, kind of the Technics, the 9R. That has the trailer behind it. I'm eventually gonna buy myself that. and put it together. And there's a shelf that sits up that way that has a few Legos that my daughter and I have built together. But I really want to get that John Deere for myself. But I have not purchased it yet. Alright, this is going to be, even though this is the chicken house, this is going to be the shed that we park all of our hay equipment in. Or at least attempt to try to get everything in here. You know what? It's good enough for now. Good enough for streaming purposes. I don't remember what I did. I had a tenor, but I don't know what I did with it. Do I still have it? Doesn't look like it, does it? I think maybe because I was looking, I can't find one. The tenor, this might make sense to some of you, but it might not make sense to some of you. The tenor that I would use on the back of this tractor was not like any of the in-game tenors at all. It looked, I don't think we have anything remotely close in any of the maybe this. Okay, so the tenor that I used was green. It had two, like, wheels off of the right that I was using on, or maybe even taller, on either side, and had this in the middle. This, I don't know what, this reel. And it was PTO driven, and that was, and then these arms in here would adjust. They would pivot depending on how thick the hay was, or how thick the grass was, and how much you wanted it fluffed up. Because over here was like a handle, and there was teeth in it, and you could adjust them however far, or, you know, what degree that you wanted the teeth in. This is close, but it wouldn't have any of this on it, this cover. It was just this, and then had like a little bit of a frame around it, and wheels on each side. Is the tenor that I used, and I cannot find. I mean, that's about as close as we're gonna get. But it was a little bit bigger than that, I thought, but maybe not. Okay. Let's go move a couple bales, and then we'll finish baling. Oh, Mr. Fence. and then we'll we'll head over to harvesting that wheat field over there. Hey, so we'll do this way? Why not, right? Added realism. And quit moving my stuff. Okay. Make sure it's still back there. It's not. Is it still staying there? Not really. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Heavy rim? Yeah, it does look fun. I was wanting to buy it and had my eye on it. And then my son, this has been a while back. This was like over the summer, I think. My son sends my wife a Snapchat and says, "Hey, send this to Dad. Look what I bought." Well, my son went and bought it. My son is not into farming at all. I'm like, ugh. Like, seriously? Mother Nature was your tenor? Right? Once that, oh, seems like a waste. Well, it's supposed to accelerate the drawing time. We would tend it before we ranked it. I mean, when you mow, you're mowing in a windrow anyway, and then after you mow, we would come back through like a day later and tend it, let it set, and then maybe by that afternoon, depending on how dry it was, that's when we would rake it and then bale it. Oh, other way. Might need to be a little closer. Alright. I think they should have enough food for now. At least those. Well, let them still use more. Let them still, huh? Ooh, there's a hump. We need to smooth that out. And kind of a fun fact at the farm, we could leave these gates open and the cows would not even, they had no interest in getting out. We didn't have the double gate, we had one metal gate. One metal, like, 16-foot gate, I guess. Alright, let's get these out of the way. And we didn't really have a... Not work right. We didn't have a bale fort on the back. It was more... And almost like something you can pick up like 2 pallets with. Almost like a bale skin kind of thing. I don't am too low. I apologize if I'm missing chat. I'll catch up with it. I'll catch up with you. I'm just kind of in my element right now. Sorry. No, that sounds bad. Hey, Matt, how are you? No, I appreciate the like. I get it. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for popping in and dropping the light. I appreciate that. This is hay, right? No, it's a grass bale. Well, whatever. We're feeding the cows grass. It'll, whatever. I thought I tended that, but apparently I did not. I mowed it and I rinsed it in the grass. Oh well. We're feeding the cows grass. It'll be alright. They're not milking cows, so it'll be alright. Yeah, it kind of does, BC. We didn't really like... Yeah, that was 19 theory, that seasons would dry the grass, yeah. But BC, yeah, more or less, it saves you a day, kind of. Get out of the grass bale, you silly cow. We didn't do it for all hay. We did it for the alfalfa. To get it, as alfalfa was a finicky crop, in my opinion. Come on. I won't get you off there, now stop. Thank you. Well, I guess I should have dropped that one off first, shouldn't I? Maybe I should have. Well, you know what? You win some, you lose some. Why is this not working? Oh, for goodness sakes. Thank you. Oh, the struggle is real. We won. Anyway, if you got like real tall fish you, the tender did not like that. You wound up with a big ball of ugh. Like it would completely wrap around the tender and then the PTO shaft, and that was not fun. I had that happen a few times. No. So we ended up not doing that so much on like taller grass hay and more so on the alfalfa. Yeah, said bale split. Yeah, it was kind of it was more flat rectangular than a spike. Yeah, that actually went under the bale. It didn't actually pierce the bale. I don't like how I have to keep changing back and forth from the front to the back forks. It's kind of a pain. Alright, so we'll... Yeah. I mean, we baled quite a few alfalfa square bales. I mean, so much so that we end up going from picking them. I guess, it'd be a waste of time. I could come back through and set all that up and rewrite it, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not gonna hurt the cows eat grass. They're eating grass the way it is, so here you go, I have some more. After one summer picking up alfalfa square bales that weighed like 90 pounds a piece, the guy that I worked for ended up investing into some Holler equipment where I had a table that attached to the back of the baler and put 10 bales, 2 rows of 5 on that table, and then once the 10th one come in, it hit part of that table and would dump them out on edge, and then your forks, your front end loader, tractor front end loader, had an attachment that went on the forks that had a bunch of claws on it, and you would come in and pick all 10 of them up at once, and you can set them on the flatbed trailer. And that made it, oh my gosh, so much easier to load a trailer. You can load 300 bales on a gooseneck trailer in 30 minutes versus, having to handle every single one of them. It was nice. For sure. Alright. Let's get back into this bad boy. I'll come back down here at the end and head back up. I think we might clean this up a little bit. It's good to me. Alright. What is that, Fury? What saves you from switching to Bale grabs? Those. The. What did you call them? Oh, the Bale squid? Is that what you're talking about? I gotcha. Oh, I gotcha, BC. That's cool. Did the Mac? I don't know, Mac. That's a good question. Yeah. There's a few. There's a spraying one and a... Yeah. There's a few of them. I mean, in all fairness... I mean, there's not that... Why is there so many... What is that? I mean, there's some... It's not riddled. This map is not riddled by fields by any means, but I haven't really went through to find out what this is. That's just supposed to be like a little subdivision, I think. But it is kind of cool, though, that one, I kind of like this little field, because you have to come all the way down the side of this. You have to come down the side of this field, and then there's a little road that comes in here. But in order to get, like, down here, there's nowhere to cross the river at any point down here. You have to cross up here at this main road and come all the way down. Which is, I mean, kind of cool. At least there's not a cell point or something down here that you have to drive all the way down to, but that's kind of cool. Something different, you know? I mean, we are only, you know, we're in August, we're only starting out, so, I mean, I guess there could be more contracts pop up, you know, as time progresses. Oop. And I spent many a summer out here going to the side of the baler. It didn't have like a big sign on it like this, I don't think. But it had like a door like in this area. Had to open up and put more baling twine in. That's where I learned how to tie a square knot. So many things you learn on the farm that kids should have to learn these days, that's for sure. Oh, you too, Matt. You take care, buddy. Get some rest. Hope you get to feeling better, and thank you for that. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. We will catch you on the next one. I think most of you all were in here. Oh, Ninja's lurking. Most of you all were in here earlier when I was talking about my work friend that was on Twitch. He was in here last night, and we were talking, and he was asking questions. Well, he said something to me today about, I told him thanks for stopping in last night, and I don't remember how the conversation started, but anyway, he was asking questions about the farming stuff. And, he doesn't know. If you don't grow up around farming at some point, you don't know, why you have to tend the grass to make hay, or why, as simple as this, why do you windrow grass or hay into a windrow to bale it? Well, you kind of have to do that to make it easier for the baler to pick up. Just simple farming anomalies that everybody does all the time that most people don't understand why it's done that way. But I said no. It was interesting. I was learning something. I said, well, I'm glad I can teach you something. I know it's only a farming video game, but I'm hoping, if anybody's watching or anybody new is in the chat that doesn't come from a farming background, there's enough of us in here. I mean, it's been many years since I, stepped foot into a field and actually done some field work or grass work, but we would love to answer anybody's questions about, why, I didn't grab that one quick enough, why things are done a certain way. Quite a few bales off this field. Nice. What's up, bro? How are you? What's up, Adam? Oh, just farming on the family farm. Having some fun in Dad's old tractor. Kinda. Hey, Dominic, welcome in. How are you? Come on. Let's go. I mean, not that any of you guys are gonna come stalk us or would remotely want to come to the town, but my brother that just popped in here, the Hot Point Sasquatch, Hot Point is the town that we're from, is what this is kind of resembling. Yes. Yeah. I know, I just have a way where I live at on YouTube, but trust me, if you if you want to come find me in some little small farming town, come right ahead. It'll be all good. I know, realism, picking up around mail. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Come back and grab that. So I hope those that have stopped in here recently, I hope you guys are having a good, or had a good TGIF and still having a good Friday night. Thank you for stopping in. I did it again. Paying attention to chat, and I'll let you on that one. I think we're gonna we'll get this baled up and then we'll start harvesting that. Hey, there he is. What's up, Wolves? How are you? Welcome in. You're here. You made it. Start harvesting the wheat field and then we'll bale that straw up and you gotta watch them workers. Oh, it's all good. You're not late. It's all good. Come on. A little bit more. You don't know what to do with your money? Is that what you're saying, Wolves? I don't know if I know he's a supporter of my channel and of many channels. I don't know if any of you saw Bonehead's community post on his YouTube page. I don't want to, if you want to go read it. I just, let's keep Bonehead and his family in your thoughts and prayers. And I mean, I know, like, I think his mom's not doing too well, but just, another one of our Farm Sim family members, and just, keep him and his family in our thoughts and prayers, that everything gets worked out that needs to get worked out, and we'll just kind of leave it at that. Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Yep. I know a lot of you all follow a lot of us, and it's kind of hard to keep up with everybody. I myself struggle sometimes keeping up with everybody. That's for sure. Oh my goodness, Wolves. Oh my goodness. We'll push that out of the way. I don't know. Like, do you have... I'm going to sound like a responsible adult. Like, do you have bills that you have to pay, Wolves? That's not going to work, is it? Of course it's not. Why would it? There we go. Move out of the way. I know Graham and I were talking about Legos. I know $700 would buy a lot of Legos. I mean, only insurance and phone bill. That's it. I don't know. Do you need a new console? Do you need a new laptop? Do you need... I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there for you, Wolves. Oh, there you go. There's an idea for you. You said it. I thought it. Graham, you said it, save it for a rainy day. I can hear one of my parents saying that. We'll save it for a rainy day. That's funny. So I will put this question out there. On moving these bales and the straw bale, I'm gonna have a bumper on the back of these balers. Push these bales out of the way. I'm moving the bales, and we're doing trying to keep it as realistic as possible. I know auto load is not really realistic unless it's like mechanical. Should we? Holy hell, that's a lot of bales. Should we buy like a gooseneck flatbed trailer? And I will not put you all through the pain of watching me load all of his bales up on a trailer and then load them into that shed over there. Should we do it that way? Or do you have another suggestion? Or should we get like we did not have a mechanical auto load bale trailer. Like I said, it was always it was either a flatbed trailer or it was a modified fuel truck from Boeing at one time. Well, it was a fuel truck from Boeing at one time. But it was bought and modified into a hay truck. Okay, Graham, we'll be here. Oh, I have LEDs on the top, not from myself, but from my son. This used to be his bedroom. That has been turned into a YouTube / game room. Well, we're gonna lose that. Okay. Alright, so we're done baling. And we will set this over here. We have bits and pieces we could pick up, but that's what the landscape tool's for. I did kind of cut in a little road. Just kind of something different. So, Yeah? Oh, BC. Please end an auto load with hit the gist. Oh, come on! Where's the fun in that? Yeah, you can look, I don't know what part of the world you're in, wolves, but are you, I know some people are not a fan of Amazon, but you can find like rolls, like pretty good sized rolls of the LED lights on Amazon, I believe. I would think that you can find them cheaper than that, but maybe not. Oh, BC, crack me up. It is unfolded. What's there to unfold? Oh my goodness. That little flap has to... What? Well, that doesn't make sense at all. Okay. Ooh, that puts out some dust. Look at that. Hey, Mr. Joe, how are you? Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Gotcha. Gotcha. And we own the field over there across this tree line, just right there. We own that cornfield. I don't know that it's ready yet. Hey, farmer, welcome in. How are you? You snuck in here. I didn't see ya. Oh, wolves. A couple headlands on each end, and we'll hire a worker and we'll cart and so I like that too. This little cut through, and we own that too, I believe. As I bought this section for now. But we can, excuse me, sorry. I don't know, we can put something over there. I don't know what. We might, I don't know, we might end up putting some more cows over there or something. Hey Josh, welcome in. How are you? Happy Friday to all of you all popping in now. Hope you guys had a good Friday and having a good Friday night. Appreciate you stopping in. What is... I don't understand what all that's all about. Huh. Well, we're just gonna roll with it. Let's get through these trees. I'll probably be enough room. I should probably have. Glad you guys could all pop in here tonight. Thank you for joining me this Friday night as Big goes back home. Back to my old family farm, in a sense. Uh-oh, you fell down the rabbit hole. It happens. It happens. What is that? I don't know what that's all about. It's like part of the swath is there and part of it's not. Huh. You know what? It's farm sim. I'm not in a question. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. Yep. Thank you, Jake, for that. Absolutely. Don't forget to hit that like button and turn the bell on so you know the next time it go live, which will be sometime tomorrow morning. Probably. Gotcha, Josh. I see a lot of maps that I'm going to play on in the future. But it's like, I think there's more maps out there that I have time for. So I don't want to get into too much of farm sim politics, I guess, if you will. The map that I was looking at for this, I was gonna do Mossy Glen, Iowa. But if you all caught my New Year's Eve live stream that night, I could not figure out how to fill the stave silos on the cow farm. Well, I kind of remember from 19 you have to have a silage blower. You know, like MRG's maps and that kind of stuff. Which is not a big deal. To hit a silage blower to blow up into a silo, no biggie. Okay, thank you for stopping in, Josh. I appreciate it. But yeah, dinner time, you gotta go eat. I completely understand. But again, thank you for popping in, and we will catch you on the next one. I was gonna hit on, like I said, I was gonna do that Mossy Glen, but I tried to find a video on, like, maybe silage blowers that the map author recommended. He nor did somebody else that did kind of a map tour of that map said nothing about the silage blowers, but earlier this week in one of the Facebook groups somebody was talking about Mossy Glen, and I said, oh, did you buy the cow farm? And he goes, yeah. I said, okay. I said, well, I'm curious on how to fill the stave silos. And he goes, I said, do you have to have a silage blower? He goes, well, yeah. That's how you fill all the stave silos in FS22. I said, well, that would have been helpful. I mean, I'm not probably the only one that thought that. You know, I mean, I kind of knew, yes, that's probably how that was going to work, but then I also saw somewhere where somebody pointed out like a floating, the blue icon, the blue like, trigger marker kind of thing, was floating in a field. And the map author said, yeah, but that doesn't warrant a map update. Okay. Well, that's kind of, if you're gonna make something, and I by no means know what it takes to make a mod. I have no clue, but I think it's kind of like anything else in life. If you're going to do something, why do it 98% of the way? Why not just go ahead and finish it out and make it the best representation that you can make it? You know, do the best job that you can. But I don't know. That kind of turned me off. Okay, well, Holler. Let's go I don't know. That's my little rant for the night, I guess. If that's what it is. So I mean, I really liked that map and was like, oh, this would be really cool. But maybe there was a reason why I came over to this map and found the perfect spot to make our old family farm. And I haven't posted it on our family. Our family is huge. My dad is the youngest of 13 kids. But, let's go buy some chickens and then we'll feed them. But, anyway. I put it on our Facebook page that I was I was doing this little series. Oh, I didn't make it. And that I had built our farm on there, so I hope I did it justice. Okay, where's the... I turned off all the... I turned off all the triggers to buy the chickens and stuff. I don't know where. Alright, well, I guess let's turn on the info triggers so I know where this stuff is at. That's funny. Interactive zone markers. Oh, right there by the tractor, isn't it? Right there. Right there by the steps. How convenient. Let's do... I know the rooster doesn't really matter in Farm Sim. Why does that have a negative by it? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Yeah, let's buy one rooster. Yeah, I don't... Wolves, I wouldn't even know how to go about editing a map. I've tried opening up Giant's editor and I deleted one thing one time and that was about as far as I got. We're gonna buy one rooster and 14 to keep. Does that seem high? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll give it a nice round 15 so we got room to expand. Okay. Hey! You need to get back in your pen. It was all the way out of the fence. Okay. Let's give the chickens some food. Alright. Oh, I know what I need. Crap, I forgot about that. I don't know if any of you have used this altar at all. I think it is We need to hook it up. I think it's all platform, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I believe I had it off the in mod hub. Not that button. But you have to hook it up to another realism aspect, if you will. You have to hook it up to the PTOs in it to work. Let's put this in here. Put the mower away. And then we'll hook this tracker up to the altar and alright. I know it doesn't exactly look quite right, but this is what we're using. I like the way it looks. It looks like an old altar. Alright, so let's start that, and we'll do the control I. Turn the altar on. We'll hop out. And we'll get this bad boy unloaded into the bin. We need to be a little closer. Okay, we're coming. This trigger on this altar is a little finicky, but I have found that most of the altars are finicky. Why are you not loading in there? Seem to be closer, yes. I know I'm that close. Haha! What's in there? And is it going in the drain bin? Well, it's not exactly straight, but it'll work. Well, that didn't work. That's not cool. That works for now. simply will enter it. We'll shut that off. It's actually been just a little bit longer, but it's not, but it will be alright. Alright, let's go unload combine. Come on! What did I... I'm in that. I'm in the altar again. Oh, for goodness sakes. It is funny that the VTO stretches. Alright. I am not. Gotcha. Alright. Let's go empty the combine out. I must be putting either people are busy or I'm putting people to sleep with my realism-ish playstyle. Let's get this guy unloaded. Need to be fired. Lurking and listening. I figured. No, it's all good. I don't know, I'm a little out of it tonight for some reason. I mean, I'm in here, but I'm kind of not, I'm paying attention to chat, but I'm kind of, building the Lego Lambo. Nice. Just open bad number 2. How many bads are there, Graham? Well, thank you, Farmer. Let's get back to this. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I am running down, and keeping track of everybody's, favorite FS19 maps. Because that's what we will be on next Thursday night. Next Thursday night will be Throwback Thursday. So I have taken ideas for maps. That's gonna be something that we'll do, like, for right now, one Thursday a month, where it's either going to be an FS19 map, or it can be like previous, a map that's on 22, but has been on previous versions of FS19, or I'm sorry, previous versions of FS. So say, for example, like Sosnovka, that could be one of them we can do. Over here. So, I mean, we'll mix it up. You're really not. Seriously. Well, what is it closer now, won't we? Ta-da! Thank you very much. And it's still up. Why does it do that? It works for now. I may end up finding I want to find an older like this that's just a little bit longer. It needs to be about another 3 foot longer. But anyway. It was the Technics one that had 50 bads? Oh man. We have 2 bads left, I gotcha. No, I don't understand why it keeps moving. Like, it's way over there now. That's why I typically do not use the American style grain bin with the auger, because it's a pain in the behind. I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it until Control I and boom. And I don't like that either. I don't like the flickering of, that drives me bonkers too, but it's all good. And they move for you too. So it doesn't matter how long they are, they're still gonna move. Oh, Farmer does Legos too. Well, isn't that fun? So, full. I like this combine. I like the look of it. I think it's kind of cool. But I don't know if... I think these combines, these are tired Iron Moddings combines. Some of you probably know. But they come in a... There's 2 packs of them. A lot of harvesters. I need to update these. Apparently these have been updated so they don't move. They don't roll on their own. But you have like the TR series that go through 75. $85, $95, $76, all the way up to $96. And that's what we have. I could have gotten a 4-wheel drive with duals, but I don't know that I like the duals that much. And then these guys, it's a really done mod pack. I really like them a lot. I'm not usually a New Holland guy, but I like the old classic stuff. But I like the I like the red. The what used to be the Ford New Holland dealership that's 10 minutes from us. I remember there being one of these combines. I don't remember what number it was. I don't know if it was a 96 or if it was smaller or what it was, but I just remember the New Holland. I remember the red and the red stripe around it sitting on the lot when I was little. I was younger. Let's... Okay, we're gonna fire her. We're just gonna do what we used to do. If you're... Well, I never harvested anything. I didn't graduate up to harvester status. I was always the grain truck person. But we're just gonna... Let's offload into the truck. Not on the cab, in the truck, thank you. Okay. Farmer says, yep, I dabble a bit. Oh, that's funny. Nice. Maybe one day I'll show you. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow morning on tomorrow morning's live stream. What's the yield looking like on? I forgot on Precision Farming it tells you like your yield. I bet the yield is horrible on this field. I mean, it could be down here, but this was already a field that was ready to roll when we bought it, so that's all good. I don't think... Yeah, the corn's not ready yet. Milo's almost ready. But maybe we might, I don't know. Maybe I can show off some Legos on tomorrow morning stream. Alright, let's get her hired, or him, whoever. Let's hop in this. Let's go ahead and start baling some straw. And I probably will save the boring stuff for off camera. So that bale's in the state grass. There's another straw going in it. Okay, sure. Oh, no, it went to straw. Okay, that's awesome. We'll do these rows. We'll come back and do the end rows at the last. Oh, had about 30 minutes left in the stream. Appreciate you guys stopping in here tonight and watch me play on the Holler map on the old family farm. That's what will this. I know it's Big A going back home, but call it the old family farm too. Well, come on, a little bit more height. Has anybody the net wrap that's on, what is that, the Ohio map? Is that available to use on any map or any baler, or is that just specific to that map? How's it writing me up about the Legos? Oh, that's funny. Am I missing something? Yes, I am. Why? Oh, for the love of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Why are you... You don't even belong... What? You don't even belong over here. Oh my goodness. You leave them alone for a minute and look what happens. I don't even know how you made it over there. Oh my goodness. I swear if it's not multiplayer problems in FS. Hello sis, how are you, babies? Hi. Hi. Puppers coming to see me. Hi. Hi, honey. What? What do you want? How are you not snuggle with mom? You need to be asleep. Here, why don't you lay up here? Go up in your chair. I have a feeling she mightn't go outside. And so, hey, that wasn't me. That was the worker. I had nothing to do with that. I don't even know how they got all the way over there, for that matter. Well, and that's, I don't know too. See, like, on our farm, there's no trees, like, back here. So I kind of have a thought to take all these trees out. I don't know if I'm gonna hit, load them and take the money. Probably not. I might just take the tree devourers. I don't know if there's a... Is there like a wood chip sell point? No. Wood chip's fine. But I thought about taking all the trees out because, like I said, on the real farm, excuse me, excuse me, on the real farm, there's no trees. From on the back of the farmyard to that road. Now, there's a little tree line that runs here, and this is like, yeah, this would all be one field, but I'm gonna leave those the way they are. But I'm thinking about taking these trees out and making this a large crop field. I'm thinking about it. Now, you're making the turns right now, so what? I don't know. Hello, Dean. Welcome in. How are you? Oh, George equals AI. Okay. Well, I don't think that's what the AI worker's name was, but okay. We'll roll with it, Graham. But, hello, Dean. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome to the farm. The family farm. I don't know, depending on, we might just, I don't know. I might take a walk over there. I don't know how many trees there are. Excuse me. Goodness. If there's a lot of trees, and we might put down a sell point for trees or wood or whatever, wood chips. We might use that to, we'll take that money and we'll use that to start making the hog farm. Possibly. I mean, that's an option. I mean, I know the goal is to make money, but I'm on this series, we're just farming. I'm not really too worried about doing a whole lot of productions or, I mean, we can. We didn't really do any productions on the French plane, but oh, I'm jealous now. Chan has one of those. Wrong button. Now I really have to go out and buy one. I've been looking at, there's a Kloss one. Kloss, like, Technics one on Amazon. And it has, like, is it like a silage chopper on it? Really. Ha ha ha. You guys have your list of Legos or list of whatever. I have my list of maps that I'd like to play on that I'll probably never get to. There's so many maps. This is something that we really never really did. We never really round baled straw, but we did square bales. Some. But not a lot. How you can actually see the belts moving, that's kind of cool. Ah, 3 feet of water. Oh, that stinks. Come on, it's a little bit more. Come on. What's that? Ram, do what up? What am I doing up? Are you saying do it up like take all them trees out? And build the... Oh! Yeah, I'll have to find it. Last time I went to the store with the W, Walmart, they did not have it. I know my wife and my daughter are going out shopping tomorrow. Yes, it's a vote to remove the trees. Okay. Alright. Well, we're going to go for about another, not quite 9 minutes, as I see Mr. Theory is going live. Mr. Theory and Mr. Gutterball. So we're gonna go for, well, now another 8 minutes. So we can all go over there and watch them to entertain us. We can see this up, move, back it on up, back. Alright. So let's grab the iron truck. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, too much. Empty this out. We'll have about enough time to empty this out. Let the combine get to the other end, get the rest of it out. We'll put this in the grain bin. Thank you, Graham, for putting that in there. That was next on my mind. But thank you for doing that. I mean, if if you all wanted to go over there and start showing them some love, I'd say go for it. We're just gonna wrap up here and be over there in about 5-ish minutes. Because I might have to do the little doggy duty. I might have to take the dog outside. But I will be over there shortly. Let's get this out of the field at least. But if any of you all head over there, please tell Mr. Fury that I will be over there shortly. Yes, it has, Chad, and it's not even over with yet. That's the sad part about it. Alright. Let's go. We're gonna do this the right way. We're not gonna sneak. We're not gonna sneak this through the woods. We're gonna take the road. Which is not that far. Ooh, them brakes are a little weak. Oh, hello, sis. How are you? Hang on, we'll go outside here in just a minute, okay? I need to put a mailbox up in the end of the driveway. Thank you so much, Farmer. Thank you for coming in, and I appreciate it. But yeah, go over there and show them some love, and I will be over there shortly. Absolutely. This fired up. Oh, go this way. That might help. Hold in. Yep, it's going in. It's close. Don't look. It's close enough to the center. Oh, is it really dumping on the ground? You've got to be kidding me. We're just gonna leave that there. Oh my goodness, how much is on the ground? Seriously? I don't. I don't. That does not make sense at all. That says the silo is empty. Oh. Sure is. Well, I guess that's a mess for another day. Then how? Now, this worked the other day because I put wheat into that grain bin and then I took wheat back out just to do a test. So why is it not? Is it because it's not over the center? Huh. You know what I'm gonna do with it? I'm gonna do a lot of, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, wouldn't be farm sim, it wouldn't be farming if you didn't have a mess to clean up, right? No, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna... Why is it... Right here. Alright. Well, on that note, we're gonna do... We don't have an orange truck this time, but we have my dad's old Ford. I know it says later, but it's a Ford. Here we go. How about that? I want to thank you guys very much for coming in tonight as we start a new series of Big A Goes Back Home, kind of farming on the old family farm. It's been a lot of fun. This one to be like more of a chill, kind of no frills, just farming, having some fun kind of thing. But yeah, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate it. If you would, click that link and go over to Fury and Ball's stream. I will be over there shortly, but have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe out there. If you have messes to clean up, I hope you get them cleaned up. And we will catch you on the next one. See you guys later. Take care.